You guys, so I have a business account on Instagram and on Facebook and stuff. So it's not the first time I logged on my laptop, but I'm on my laptop on Instagram, and I saw the option to for the Meta. It's the Meta Business Insights. I ain't never been to this level yet, so I'm. It's you have to join your Facebook with your Instagram. To make a long story short, it gives you your analytics, right? And actually, I was with Behavior Fly earlier, and she mentioned the analytic thing, talking about the ads, and I'm like, oh, I'm not there yet. So I know where she's at with this part, because she spoke it into my existence. Now I literally just started going on Instagram like hard the last, I think, 2 weeks or 1 week, and I've been consistent every day. I wish I disconnected my TikTok, because TikTok is my number one. So see my Facebook, Instagram reach from last week. So last week I had 384, and then on Instagram this last week I only have 400 followers. I've hit 3,000 views hits on my page this week, and that's just 7 days, and I don't work on the weekends. Let's view all insights. So here are my analytics. Facebook reach, I'm down 50%, but I reached 1,000 people, over 1,000 on Facebook. Okay, this is when So these graphs, if I look at it, I'm going to teach you ABA, and oh my gosh, this is going to be a whole ABA made easy, because I'm just going to generalize my business behavior so you can see when I was motivated and when I don't work. And oh, would you look at that? That's the weekend. She's staying consistent with her, like no working on the weekends. So I can analyze my behavior and self-monitor myself. That's why if you have ADHD, you should become an entrepreneur, because you have so much things to consider, but you could do it. Okay. So on Facebook, I have 51. I'm not even paying attention to Facebook. I don't look at Facebook at all. Like, I have it attached here, so whenever I post on Instagram, it goes there sometimes, and it's just like, oh, whatever, because I'm doing TikTok and Instagram as my priority. So that's already taken a lot of my time mentally, like all day type of thing. So it's like, I'm not worried about Facebook, but let my stuff trickle into Facebook so that by the time I do have time for Facebook, they've already have a baseline of me. So it's like baseline, and then the second trial, which is going to be Instagram, and then the one that's mastered would be TikTok. You see what I mean? So it's like you're going forward shaping or backward shaping. So my whole point is, like, between these graphs, you can actually see like baseline. That's why I always say you need to be there 3 full days. Because let's say like the first day is baseline, right? Consider Facebook underneath the same category. Like, oh, Facebook is the last to know. If you're going backward chaining, then Facebook right now is the last to know about me, really. Because I'm not pushing Facebook. I'm pushing TikTok, then Instagram. So then this would be my baseline. But if you were forward chaining, starting from the front, then this would be your first step, my baseline. Oh, I would probably start on Facebook, and then, trickle into the hierarchy of like who's actually paying attention on which app. Because you don't realize about an app until like it's reached your time of you actually having the option to have time to manage another app. See what I mean? Like MySpace, and it was MySpace to Facebook, and then MySpace got fizzled out, so you consider that maintenance. So whenever I contact that reinforcement, I'll get it again. You see what I mean? So it's like, that's where you want to lead everything to maintenance, so that it's like, hey, yeah, he doesn't need to know that. Like, as another, oh, why does he need to know how to sort socks? Like, because you have to wash laundry, and not for nothing, we all go crazy trying to match socks. So let's practice that skill so he can master it at a young age, so that he doesn't have to worry about it working on that skill when he's an adult. It's like, hello, let's teach them all those necessary ADL skills early on, so they have enough practice to be able to master at a certain age, and then fade out that they don't need the parent support and they can do it independently. See what I mean? It's like, yeah, they'll get there, just they're delayed. And whenever that time to master the skill is when they'll be able to master that skill. But you have to practice it. Practice makes perfect. Like, so you need to practice them to become independent on doing very minimal tasks, like closing the cereal, finding a spoon, finding a bowl, putting the bowl in the sink, throwing something in the garbage. Okay, parents, you gotta think proactive of like what task would be like you would have freedom from, so that you don't have to worry about having to not only structure your life but having to support someone else. Everyone needs to be considered in the whole picture, but that's the thing. Nobody is considering outside of just them when it comes to like treatment options and stuff. And that's why you need to include the family, because the family perspective matters. They're the ones supporting this learner, so we're there to help them navigate home too, not just in your setting. It's not just in the school. No, how do we help them at the home too? It has to be generalized. Hello. And if we're all part of their team, then we need to implement what everyone else is doing to a certain extent. Like, we don't need to be the professional, but we can maintain it so that it's her maintenance between the next time she has a session, so that she can shape it up, and then we carry that skill up the next level. You see what I mean? So you never want to, you want your learner to be able to contact those contingencies often, so that they can maintain it over time, and that skill gets mastered. So, okay, how many times do they have the opportunity to zip up their jacket? Okay, they definitely have one at home because they're coming to school, and then the next one would be school, which is the next transition. And then back home, you see what I mean? So a kid would have an opportunity to zip and unzip his coat 4 times a day. 2 in the morning and 2 at night. 1 at home, 1 in school, 1 in the school, 1 at home. And actually, if they go to grandma's house after school and they have to wait for mom, then it would be another transition when they leave grandma's house or daycare, or the next transition to get back to the house. See what I mean? So I got 28 is my highest in one day of new Instagram followers. Today, I had 17. Wednesday was 10. So I want to see when I got a bunch. 18. Alright. And then Facebook trickles at the end, like I said. I wish I had TikTok up here. They say you need to know your audience. This is the audience. This is my audience right now. Women, 84% women. Men, 15%. Hey, men. That sounds just like the field. There's all women and no men. 15% of y'all. Women, okay. Okay, so my high people right now, it's 25 to 34, and then 35 to 44. Oh shit. Hey girls, what's going on? And Mark. My top cities, I got where I'm from, Waterbury. I got LA in the house, Miami, Naugatuck, Watertown. And my top countries, look, I'm outside of US. 777. Oh my God, that's a sign. United States, I'm in Canada, I'm in Pakistan, I'm in United Kingdom, and I'm in the Philippines, yo. Welcome to my page. I'm so glad that I have an impact across the globe, because I'm telling you, I can't wait to travel the whole globe. I've traveled outside the globe, and it's beautiful to leave you need to leave the United States of America. If you're going to travel, get a passport. It's $100. Go outside of America. You need to see what is outside of what you think is only home that exists. Please travel and expose yourself and generalize your culture, your patience, your understanding, your forgiveness, your mindset. Like, you need to see what a world is like outside of America. You need to go and be that immigrant, because we immigrate to other countries to travel. So it's like, yeah, you need to feel that vulnerability to understand what it's like for the other people that is not on your side. You see what I mean? You need to feel like, oh my God, I'm just having a whole epiphany. You need to feel like when you get attention, and I'm telling you, so a special person in special needs is going to have a certain type of attention in public, right? You see someone in a wheelchair, or you're like, oh, you give them more space. You probably try not to make eye contact, or you're probably judging them, especially if the wheelchair is dirty and they have drips and stains everywhere, because the person that's with them doesn't care to have dignity in them to walk around with a clean wheelchair. So yeah, you feel disgusted walking by somebody with a wheelchair that's dirty like that. So you see the different perspectives that you can have on a wheelchair, and then you pair it with a child, and it's like, oh my God, that's having a disability, or being a minority, or having a different belief in religion, or practicing a different belief in religion, or having a mixed family, or being mixed yourself, or being poor, or being wealthy. You see all the different categories of life and hierarchy, and things that you idolize, or things that you're happy that you're far from. Do you understand? This is what behavior is. You arrange your environment and your mindset to be where you want to be, and be the version of where, look at this. This is amazing. I would have never believed that I'm in 5 different countries already, and I just started my platform. That is incredible. That is such a huge compliment. Because I know that also too, I wonder if they're trickling from TikTok, because TikTok is global. So, you know what I mean? It's nice that they're following me here too.